So is anybody feeling like they're not into the holiday spirit yet? I have on my You Gotta Believe to Receive shirt. I went line dancing today. I've been 4 times this week. And I am Michelle Simon, and welcome to I Am the Change. You guys, last week in my video, I was talking about gift giving and basically feeling like enough and what I do is enough or isn't enough. And I know there's so many people out there that constantly tell you what you should be doing, but my whole thing is I want to know what you do. Don't tell me what to do. Tell me what you're doing. And right now, I'm trying to get a tissue because my nose runs all of the time, no matter if I take allergy medicine or not. I have a constant runny nose, and I took a little pillowcase, and that's on my lap. So anyway, I get tired of people telling me what to do, and I really want to know what people are doing. And I told you I got to line dance 4 times this week, which is amazing. And I had to force Last night I didn't have to force myself to go. I actually was teaching again, which is awesome. And I get to be a student and a teacher, which is awesome. I get to teach and be a student. And I think it's awesome when you can do both. And most of the time I see people that either they teach or they're a constant professional student. And it's so nice to be able to do both. But today, I don't want to say I had to force myself. I wanted to go, but that is getting me out of the house. And I broke up with fear, shame, and guilt in 2019. It still hasn't broken up with me yet. And I feel shame that I don't have more energy or that I have to force myself to do things, even things that I love. Like, it's really hard for me this time of year. And I did just get this lamp called the Happy Lamp, and it's for seasonal depression. But I'm just so tired all the time. And I feel like I used to feel like I needed to earn my right to be tired. And now I'm tired and I don't feel like I'm earning it. I don't feel like I'm doing enough to be this tired. I take antidepressant medicine. I'm off of sugar, flour, wheat, caffeine, dairy. I don't drink or do drugs. I've had headaches for months. They are getting better. I started taking vitamin B2, and they're actually way less, which is awesome. So I do all of these things in order to get well, to be well, and to stay well. And some of these things I just have because I have. And I also started physical therapy this week for my neck because they swear my headaches were coming from my neck. And I think it could be both. I think it could be from my neck. I also think I might have, because I've had a deviated septum, that it's coming from that too. I'm still trying to figure out my body, and I always think that everybody is normal and I'm not normal, and that what I'm going through isn't like everybody else, because a lot of people don't talk about what is going on. They'll tell you about it after they get through it, but most people won't talk about it as it's actually happening, which is happening for me right now. And I hate getting on here and saying, like, it's December. Today is the 12th. I think today's the 12th. It's my nephew RJ's birthday, and he passed away from an overdose a long time ago. And that was one of the hardest things that our family has ever gone through that I know of. And it's awful and horrible. And yeah, it still affects our family to this day, and it's such a loss. And my sister, I don't know how how she gets through it. But, I was brought up in a house where we pretended like everything was fine when it wasn't. And I can't pretend anymore. I never could. In fact, because I couldn't pretend I didn't belong or fit into my family, because I couldn't go along and play that game. I couldn't play, 10 elephants in the room. Is this a circus? And people would say, Michelle, there's no elephants here. This is not a circus. Stop asking. There's nothing wrong. Everything's fine. When it wasn't. And I couldn't go along with that stuff, and I never could. And it made me sick. And I've been able to get help for all of that. It made me mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally unwell. And I've had to work on that. And I have been working on that since I've been 18 years old when I got sober. I'm now 54. I'm still working on this stuff. I'm still being deprogrammed from things that I was taught that weren't necessarily true. And it's like I'm being deprogrammed out of the cult that I was brought up in, except for nobody thought it was a cult. And it's not officially a cult. And you guys, I'll tell you this, if a cult was around when I was growing up, I probably would have joined, except for the God thing. Because you know what, the God thing would have probably kept me out. But other than that, I would go around anybody who would pay attention to me, even if he kicked me. I was like a long lost puppy dog, and I just wanted somebody to love me. And even if you treated me shitty, if you pretended every once in a while or hugged me once in a while, I would just stick around. And then I learned how not to do that anymore. And the more I've learned how not to do that, it gets lonely sometimes, because I'd rather be in my own company than be around people that really don't want me there. Or it's not even they don't want me there, they can't show that they do want me there. So I've learned not to stay in those situations anymore. But anyway, you guys, I'm getting ready to have a Christmas party on Saturday, and I'm having a bunch of my girlfriends over from some of the 12-step programs that I'm in, and I'm so excited to have people over. I don't have my tree up. I did not clean my house yet. I have to clean my upstairs bathroom and vacuum downstairs. And part of me is like, do I make it look like I have it together, or do I just make it look like how I feel, which is I'm lucky that I'm getting the stuff done that I need to get done. I don't know if it's normal for people to feel overwhelmed this time of year, the older you get, but that's how I feel. And it's a lot of work to take care of myself, to do all the things I need to do in order to be well and to stay well. So this is your sign signing off. Thanks so much for watching. Please stay tuned, stay safe, and I will see you all next week.